What's up, guys? We got a game here on Barracks, and the team let me know beforehand that they were full pre-made. You can kind of see it with their tags beforehand. So because it's Barracks, it's a rough map. I usually just throw in Behemoth on this map because I don't really care if I lose on Behemoth. But since it's a full pre-made, I kind of want to give it at least a good try to win this game. So I'm gonna pick probably the strongest monster right now, which is Kraken. So we're gonna go into this game. I think Kraken is probably maybe not the most mobile, but he can definitely dodge a little bit of damage. I also heard their Assault Evo or Evo or whatever talking about Torvald before the game, so I'm assuming that it's going to be a Torvald, and it is. And I think Kraken is probably the best against Torvald as well, because it's the hardest to hit. When you're constantly moving around, Torvald has a really hard time doing damage to you from long range, because those mortars are pretty hard to hit with Kraken unless you can get under a Kraken that's kind of stationary. So I'm going to try my best to remember to move as much as possible during this game. They also have a Hank, that's my primary focus. Secondary focus will be Kyra, and then third focus will be the Trapper. Alright, so going into this game, I always go down to the colonist body down here, and then I look for two plane striders that are sometimes grouped up together. A lot of the time there is... I see one plane strider down there. Oh, there's a Reaver. If I can kill this Reaver before he eats it, that's really good for me. Nice. That happens a lot on this map. If you notice, I killed like 2 Reavers with my auto attack, and then 2 more spawned dead next to him. I don't know what that is. It's really weird, but I mean, I'll take it. I've seen it happen. I think it was on this map the last time too. It's like the Reavers stack up or something. It's really weird. I mean, I like it. It's nice. I don't know if it's... I mean, I would assume it's a bug. But I don't know if they were supposed to spawn there or not. Alright, so the goal always at stage 1 is to get Evolve ready before your first fight. And then either take the dome or dodge the dome and go and Evolve. That is the goal. We'll see if they let me do that. They should be right on top of me. Yeah, they're right there. See if I can knock them away and get some distance. Oh, they missed the dome. That's really good. It was a really close dome, though. If I would have stayed for just a second longer, I would have got caught in that. Alright, so I need like 2 more meat before I'm Evolve ready. This Hank's being kind of annoying, but he's also a little bit exposed, and they don't have a dome up, so I could just go on him, maybe force out... Well, I forced out the Orbital. Force out Cloak or something is what I was going for. And just try to get some pressure relieved off me. You notice how he went back up towards his team, so I can cut across the bottom here. Try to get into the caves for an Evolve. They might have their dome back up before I get this Evolve off, but it's not the worst place to fight in. Actually, it's probably the best place on this map. Alright. Oh, I didn't actually eat enough meat. Alright, I need to finish this off and get my Evolve. I had 1 more meat apparently that I needed. I think it's because that plane strider that I ate only had 1 meat on it because it was starting to decay. Alright, so let's finish off my Lightning Striking Vortex. I have cooldown reduction, I believe, is my perk. And he's right on top of me. Yeah, that's like a bar of health right there. Alright, so they did have dome back up. I gotta try to bide my time as long as possible. I'd love to be able to eat those mammoth birds to my right if I could. Just try to sneak in here. They're not probably gonna let me though. So if I can fight them from range, that's ideal for me. Again, I really want to eat these bodies. See if I can knock them down and then eat. Alright, I got 1. Yeah, I got 1 bar armor, and it's better than nothing. I just want to try to avoid as much damage as possible. This could be really bad for me, to the point where they might be able to even win the game here, but I'm not going to easily let that happen. There's a lot of loops for me, so it's not the worst dome spot for me. It's actually pretty good. This Torvald's really aggressive. The dome should be coming down any time. There it is. Alright, so I took 3 bars of health. That's pretty bad. And I'm still taking chip damage as well. If this Trapper overexposes too much, then I will go on her. But Hank's gonna shield, so that's good. So I need to stop the chip damage, take a little bit of... Ooh. Kraken, please. take a little bit of armor to stop the chip damage when I'm retreating. Chip damage is basically as the monster's running away if you get some long-range shots on him. And chip down his health a little bit as you're going, like that right there. If I didn't have that armor, I would have taken an extra half bar of health or more. Just from random mortars that hit me. So now that I'm stage 2, even though I might be slightly behind, I feel like I can take a really good fight next fight as long as I can get full armor, which I shouldn't have a problem doing. I'm able to get through this half of the map. I just have to remember to eat as I go the best I can. I mean, they're going to stop me here and there, but I can't get to the edge of the map and still not have any armor, or else there won't be enough wildlife to support me getting full armor. Their dome's probably just about coming back up right now. So I don't necessarily have to be full evolve meter, just full armor. So if I could find some, like, this mammoth bird would be really good. This should get me pretty close. I'm gonna eat it. I hate that delay sometimes that you get when you land on Kraken. It's like that for every monster. When you use your stamina, it seems like, and you jump on top of a corpse, it's like a small delay before you can eat. Alright. Okay, so they domed me. I am full armor. I don't want to just jump into a fight until they come and force me out of this position. Hopefully those mortars don't hit. Yeah, they're fighting some sort of aggressive wildlife over there. Looks like Megamouth Perk actually was over there. It's kind of annoying for me. Yeah, it was. That's definitely helpful for them, but there's a lot of open space for me to maneuver in. Try to knock these people down from this cliff just to force out their jetpack. And I will go on my primary target, but he's going to cloak. Looks like maybe he climbed back up. I can't commit too heavily because if I get under, or if I get over Torvald, he'll just rip me apart. He's already doing pretty good damage to me. That's why I constantly am doing these loops to try to keep my pattern a little bit off. Alright, so I'm going to actually go on Kyra because I just saw that Hank used all of his shield. Actually, I think Hank's making a mistake right there. He's using his shield when I don't have any cooldowns off. This should be a kill. Yep. I'll talk about it once I get away from this fight. Alright, so I used my lightning strike on Kyra, the first lightning strike that I did when I said that I just burned through Hank's shield or whatever. So both of my cooldowns were off cooldown, my lightning strike and my vortex, but instead of Hank letting his shield charge up, as soon as he got just a sliver of shield on that, he toggled it on to Kyra and left it on. And you really need to be counting down in your head as Hank what the cooldown on the monster's abilities are and when they're going to be coming up. Like, Kyra probably could have survived vortex without a shield, but as soon as that lightning strike starts to channel, you can throw that shield on, and you can get a little bit more recharge on your shield if you just hold it off and toggle it a bunch based on the monster's cooldowns. So I think if he would have did that, Kyra may have still died, but it was really close. Because I would have had to burn through the rest of the shield that he did charge up, and then kill her on top of that. So he may have been able to save Kyra's life there, and I would have either had to commit, which I probably would have, and if I didn't kill her, I might have just died right there, like lost the game. As it stands now, I think I just evened up the game with that one strike. I'm not going to actually go for the evolve because they're right outside here. I'm going to take another fight inside of this cave, and then I'll evolve, since I'm evolved ready now. I didn't take hardly any damage that fight, and I got a strike, so if I can do the same thing again this fight, I'll be ahead. They're going to kill off that Megamouth. They do a good job of killing the aggressive wildlife before the fight starts. I did some decent damage there, actually. They're going to heal right back up, but still, I hit 2 people with that. I kind of want them to, oh, I gotta get away from that. I didn't want to get hit by that Torvald mortar. Pretty much every time I hear that Torvald mortar go off, I try to do a stamina if I can. Stamina charge to get away from it. Alright, so I'm going after Kyra now. I think she's going to be my primary target. But I can easily go after Hank if he presents himself. Alright, so the dome just went down, and I'm like a bar of health armor away from max, so I want to just try to ring around the rosy the assault while putting pressure on the rest of the team. That was a good mortar. They're doing a pretty decent job. Hank's down here. I might have even hit him with that. I know he's still a little bit low, but I don't know how low. Kyra's throwing her heal bombs towards him, so... There's like a mini game here where I'm trying to separate Kyra from Hank. Just kill either of them. Alright, he's doing it again. He's toggling the shield. You can see it's still on. My cooldowns are both not available. Again, he could have gotten some extra charge on that shield by just toggling it off while my cooldowns were on CD. So definitely a couple mistakes made by the Hank. Like by now they should know that I only have 2 abilities, so they don't have to worry. As soon as I use both of them, the Hank should be charging up the shield. Alright, I'm gonna go just up above here and circle and try to evolve. They have Mega Mouth perk, so I might actually get domed off of this. But I can't really wait. I think if they do push into me really quickly, I could possibly win the game off of it. Simply because they won't have much jetpack. So we'll see. Yeah, they did end up getting the dome. Now, like I said, they shouldn't have a whole lot of jetpack. I think that was Daisy that just went down. Need to climb this. Go. Thank you. That was a really good mortar. Alright, Medic just went down. This is really bad for them. That's exactly who I wanted to kill there. And now Hank. Nice. Yeah, I think this is going to be it for them. I mean, if Torvald can deal that much damage, then maybe, but... They have a minute 40 for only 2 people. I just have to make sure there's no revives. So I'm going to go back and forth between these guys. Torvald had just used his shield. So now I need to go back on Torvald and make sure he doesn't get Daisy up. Alright, Daisy's dead now. We're on Torvald for just a second, and then back on... I think support went down as well, yep. So it's just Trapper now. If I can get a pounce, that would be perfect. Alright, and there we go. So that was a pretty good game. They did well. They got me into some domes where they could have dealt a lot of damage. So thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.